What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I was on Instagram. I went to my stories and asked for some questions for you guys to ask me, and we're going to answer them for the YouTube channel. So I just want to tell my story, man. I want to be better at telling my story. I want you guys to know exactly what you're looking at, when you're looking at me. So yeah, let's jump into it. Hopefully you learn some things and hope you enjoy. So first question, what does your name mean? My name means, to my understanding, Uzoma means have a great journey through life. If you Google it, it'll say like good road. But what my dad told me was to have a great journey through life. So that's how I interpret it. Number 2, how old are you? I am 26 years old. I'll be turning 27 January 7th. Number 3, how long have you been training? I've been training ever since I was a freshman in high school. That's when I got into the weightlifting room. That's when I was wrestling. So you can say anywhere from like 13 or 14 years old all the way to 26, so like 12, 13 years, give or take. All right, number 4, are you natty or not? You guys have answered this a million times. Your boy is 100% certified natty. I'm super natural, okay? Don't ever get it twisted, man. Don't ever listen to nobody else. You gotta hear it from the source. I'm 100% natural. I feel like you guys should know this shit. I mean, look at me. I'm not that crazy. You don't see me walking around at 250 pounds. You haven't seen my physique change crazy, crazy amounts. And I've been lifting for 12 years. You guys, look at me. I don't look fucking crazy. I should look like, have you seen like Olympia bodybuilders transformations? Like they be getting jacked in fucking 2 years, bro. They be going from like 180 pounds to like 250 pounds in like 2 years or less. So, people love to hate on me. People love to tell false shit about me. But I just want my story to be told right. I don't want you guys to even praise me for being natural. I don't give a fuck about that. I could care less. I just want my story to be told right. So if you're telling my story correct, I am 100% natural. Question number 5. Would you ever consider trying to compete up to the Olympia, or are you done competing? Guys, I talked about if I would compete in one of my recent videos. The only way I'll compete is if I do a natural show in the IFBB. There happens to be one natural show that they do host in the IFBB. I could see myself doing that, but as far as like competing for the Olympia, getting swole as shit, it's just not my forte. I love bodybuilding, but I don't love the sport that much that I'm willing to take PEDs or steroids to get swole as shit. It's not for me. I'm more into breakdancing, calisthenics, freedom of movement. Just becoming a master of my body. I'm more into that shit. So that's kind of where I see my future going. 6, as a natural bodybuilder, I'm dealing with a lot of joint pain and injury. Should I avoid a heavy weight? Me too, bro. Me too. I was just talking about this for my leg day. I was talking about how leg days have destroyed me, because if you don't lift with great form, good control of your body, like your abs are contracted, your glutes are firing up, if you're not lifting like that, or your mobility sucks, you're just gonna break your body down, which is what happened to me. So if you're experiencing that, your body's breaking down, I would advise you not to push through it. You gotta figure out the source of the problem. It's only gonna get worse as you get older. You gotta do some yoga, bro. You gotta do some mobility workouts, bro. You gotta strengthen your core. You gotta align everything. Figure out where the source is. Figure out what the hell's wrong. I feel like in athletes' cases, it's usually like the hips, the glutes, and the core. You got to get your core strong, your core right. That's your spine too. You got to get your lower back and your spine, everything strong. You got to get your hips strong and your glutes strong. Those are usually what makes a good fucking athlete. So focus on that. And yeah, don't do heavy weight until you get it right. Number 7, how do I cut down and keep my muscles? The main thing you can do is don't cut too fast. Like you don't got to just drop from like 3,000 calories all the way down to 1,000 calories and just, do such a big cut. So don't cut your calories too fast. Don't do too much cardio too fast. You want to slowly implement your cardio. You don't need to just be killing yourself. And you want to make sure that you're, eating enough protein. Maybe take some BCAAs, man. Take your muscle preservers. Things like that. I just think that you should keep things healthy, man. You don't want to subtract too many calories. You don't want to overtrain, and you want to make sure you're still getting the proper nutrients in. If you do it like that, you should have a nice, slow-paced, steady shred. Maybe like trying to lose, I don't want to put a number on it. Just don't shred too fast. Make it nice and, moderately paced. Number 8, Tips on how to stay disciplined on a shred diet. Do you have cheat meals? Man, I guess the tip would be is you just kind of gotta want what you want. If you want to be fucking shredded, then you want to be shredded. You're gonna do what it takes to get shredded. If you're willing to bullshit and you don't care, then hey, you're gonna get that result too. So just you gotta stay disciplined. Make your food taste good would be a tip, you know, so you can like actually try to make your food taste delicious. So you can actually enjoy it. Season it good, try to cook it good. You know, maybe watch a video online on how to make your chicken breast taste good. You know, watch a chef cook that shit so you can implement the same techniques. And when you cook it, you be like, damn, this shit is flame. Like this chicken I have here tastes really good. I'm not complaining about it. I can eat this kind of food and not get tired of it. It's cool. Just mind state. That's the tip, man. Keep your mind state. Know what you want. It's coming to you. If you continue and you check all those boxes, you know, you're doing your cardio, you're lifting, you're dieting, you check all those boxes, you're gonna get the result that you want. So the result that you want, it's gotta drive you to it. You gotta know what you want, and you gotta fucking want it so bad that you're gonna get there. It doesn't take too long to change your life. Like I know we all have a lot of us have weight issues, you know, we're not happy with how we look. We're not happy with our bodies, things like that. And we feel like we're stuck. We feel like we're stuck in that form. But the truth is, if you take like 8 to 12 weeks, it's 2 to 3 months, you can change that shit. You can literally change your life and be a whole new person. So just know that there is a change out there. There's a different person out there. If you want to be it, you just got to work towards it and become it. You can become it. There's somewhere in the middle right now and you got to get to the end. Number 9, what's the future for you in fitness? The future for me in fitness, guys, I'm a fucking hybrid. I'm a bodybuilding, breakdancing, calisthenics doing, flexible ass, free ass beast. That's it. With long hair. Just want to be an animal, a master of my body. I want to be able to do anything. I want to be able to do backflips, throw myself around, just do anything. Super cool stuff, power moves, things like that. While having the bodybuilder's physique. So I look swole as shit while doing it. I just want to shock people. Like, damn, he can do all that? There's no reason he should be able to do all that. How are you have so much muscle, but you're so flexible and you can still do all these power moves and things like that? That's what I'm looking for. I want to be that character. How do you manage gym, calisthenics, and yoga into your routine? I'm not gonna lie, you guys, it gets kind of messy sometimes, but I just try to make it work. Try to make sure that I hit like I'll have my yoga sessions in the morning or at night, but let's just for the sake of it say I have them at 7 p.m. That means that I have to go to the gym before that or after that. You know, that's gonna fit your yoga and your gym into the schedule. And then for calisthenics, sometimes I'll do calisthenics before my gym workout, like my bodybuilding workout. Sometimes I'll just take a day off from lifting and I'll just do strictly calisthenics. Or, you know, you don't need anything for calisthenics. You just need your body and some space. So sometimes I just do it at home and just have fun with it. I just like to make sure that I'm including everything, you know, because you don't get better at something by not doing it. So as long as I see myself weightlifting, doing yoga and calisthenics, then it works for me. It's a winning routine, winning schedule. Are you still with Gymshark, and what is your opinion on Gymshark? You guys know I'm not with Gymshark anymore. I haven't been with them for a couple of months. But I love Gymshark, man. I love the experience that I had with them. I told them it was a dream come true because, you know, we were traveling. This shit was just fun, man. Everybody on the team was cool. It was just a good time. But, hey, it is what it is. The contract simply ran out. Maybe I could have done a better job on my part to become to make them want to renew it. But, hey, man, it is what it is. Much love to them. And, you know, we just move on with the journey. Do you ever feel like quitting because it gets too much for your mental health? Absolutely, man. Yeah, life's tough, right? Especially like for me, I'll be seeing a bunch of negative comments and things. I have regrets in my life. I don't think I played my cards as well as I'd like to. And sometimes it can just beat at you, man. You can just have like negative thoughts and fuck, man. Yeah, I've definitely felt like quitting. I've definitely felt like a failure at times. But, you know, if you continue to think like that, things just get worse. Things just get worse. You know you love yourself because you want to be better. You know, you want a better outcome in life. So if you're stuck in that way of thinking where you're just like, man, everything sucks, you're gonna put yourself in such a deep hole. And then you'll realize one day, wait, I do love myself. And you're gonna wanna get out of it. And you're like, look at all the fucking damage you've done. You put yourself in such a huge hole, bro. It's gonna be hard to get out. So I like to just, yes, we all have our negative thoughts. It's hard to just think fucking positive. We're gonna have our negative thoughts. But maybe you guys remember that story of like, there's the bad wolf and the good wolf. And you know, they fight every day in your mind. And the kid's like, yo, well, which wolf wins? And the old man tells him, whichever wolf you feed the most. So the way I view that actually is like, I feel like I always have more negative thoughts than positive thoughts. But I always have some positive thoughts. I always keep that positive door open. Even if it's just cracked open, like I can say a bunch of fucked up shit about myself, but then at the end of it all, I'll still say one positive thing like, no, you can do it. You know, fuck that, you know, I might feel that way, but I think you can still do it. I keep the door cracked. So the way I see it is if you just keep that good wolf alive, if you can just feed it a little bit and keep it alive, ultimately I think that wolf will win the fight. It's when you just shut down completely and it's all negative and all you're feeding is the bad wolf, then that wolf is gonna fucking demolish the good wolf. All right? So just keep that good wolf alive. He'll fucking power up and do his thing. What's your favorite handstand skill? My favorite handstand skill is planche, man. It's planche. I remember watching some breakdancers when I was young, and I saw this dude doing like push-ups with no hands, and what he was doing was the planche. I know the planche isn't necessarily like a handstand skill, but I'm just putting it in the realm of calisthenics. But maybe I like the 90 degrees push-up when you come from a handstand down to like a bent arm planche and you come back up. That's pretty cool too. And also I'll mention I just unlocked my press to handstand straddle. So I think that's a cool move too that I just unlocked, and I like that. Number 14. Question number 14, is cardio a must? Cardio is not a must. I had a friend, KP, that was just living with me, and this boy was always shredded because he trained like fucking 3 or 4 times a day. He would just do his calisthenics in the garage. We'd go to the gym, he'd come back home, back to the garage, and he'd just do all this training that he was just always shredded. No matter what, he could eat like 4 large McDonald's fries, he'd come back, he's still shredded the next day. It just wasn't affecting him because he's always working. So you don't have to do cardio to like maintain your body or shred fat, but you do gotta have, you know, a high level of physical activity at least to replace the cardio. How many calories when you're bulking or cutting? It's always different, especially for, you know, it's gonna vary from individual to individual, but I'll just put it in the ballpark. If I'm bulking, it's probably gonna be anywhere from like 2,800 to 3,500 calories. And if I'm shredding, it's probably gonna be like 2,400 and below. Like 2,400 to 1,700. 1,700 to be really low. What's your weakest body part? I'd have to say my traps, man, because when I do a most muscular pose, my traps are just non-existent. So it's gotta be the traps. Thoughts on the carnivore diet? I don't really know about the carnivore diet. I guess, is it just meat? Can you have some vegetables in there? If you didn't have no vegetables, it sounds like your insides are gonna be on fire and terrible. You're gonna be constipated. It sounds rough. But it also sounds like keto because it's just gonna be protein and then the fats that come with the protein, like your steak or, you know, whatever protein you're eating that has fat with it. That sounds like keto. So it sounds like you're gonna be shredded and it sounds like you're gonna be constipated. What's my top favorite anime? Man, I like yo, man, it's tough. You wouldn't put it in the top? I've been loving Attack on Titan lately. I just watched Demon Slayer. That was awesome. But those are kind of like recency bias. If I had to really go back and look, man, it's like, you know, you gotta put your Naruto in there. We got Bleach. I think Attack on Titan deserves to be up there. It's different because it's, you know, it's got its political, but it's political, but it has its action in there still, which I fuck with. Demon Slayer was hard. I think I ended up reading the manga on that, and I wasn't like in love with the manga, I'll say. So I don't think it deserves to be in that like top echelon, upper echelon. But I really enjoyed Hajime no Ippo, which is a boxing anime. Kenichi was fire. It's like that's just a fighting anime. He's the world's strongest disciple. He learns disciplines from all these other masters, like 8 different masters, and just becomes a beast. I'll leave you with those for now. Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I see myself just being free in my body. I want to be really strong. Like I said, I want to get those physical attributes that I mentioned earlier in the video. I want to be free in my body and free in the world. I just want to be financially free. I want to be able to travel, do anything I want, do my handstands on the beach, and just kind of have fun like that. Hopefully I can help the world during my journey. Like maybe use myself as an example to help somebody else on what to do. Like if you're interested in being a bodybuilder and getting flexible and getting these power moves down and whatever the hell I'm doing, if that interests you, I can show you how I did it and hopefully it can help you on your journey. Or just tell my story and any struggles that I go through and what I've learned from it, maybe it can help the next person. That's kind of my idea of how I want to give back, use my life to give back and just still live my life at the same time and do what I want to do. So hopefully it turns out like that. Living free, being free in my body, and giving back with my story. All right, y'all. That's all we got. We ran through that's 19 questions right there. I appreciate you guys asking the questions. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Much freaking love. I encourage you guys, tell your story, man. Tell your story. Maybe somebody needs to hear it. You know? Maybe you just need to get it off your chest. Maybe you were shy like me and you were like, I could never get behind the camera or do YouTube or do anything like that. And it's just like, fuck it, man. Why not? Just get yourself out there. See if people fuck with it. And if they don't fuck with it, it didn't matter anyway. Somebody fucked with it. All right. I'm going to finish my meal and then I got to get to the gym, man, and handle a leg day. But yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys soon.